In this video, I'd like to do a short source dive of our Laravel tail package. Laravel tail is one of our oldest and most simple packages. The only thing that it does is that it adds an artisan command to easily tail the log. And it can also tail other environments via SSH. The installation instructions are also fairly simple. You must just composer require it. And optionally, the config file can be published. Let's head over to PHP Storm. And we're here in the vanilla Laravel project. And it doesn't have Laravel tail installed, so let's do that now. Composer require spatie Laravel tail. And with the package installed, let's now try to tail the log. So we should have a tail command. And I'm not getting my prompt back, so we are actually tailing the log now. So let's try to log something. So I'm going to open up a Tinker session and log something. Hello everybody. And you can see that it is working. Now let's dive into the source code of this very simple package. So here we are in the code of Laravel tail and we are in the service provider. And in the composer JSON of this package, you can see that we have an extra section that contains Laravel providers are service providers. So Laravel will automatically register our service provider, and that is why the package already works after doing a composer require. That's the only step needed to gain the command. Because then Laravel will call this service provider, and inside the service provider, we will register that tail command. The service provider also contains a few calls that you've seen in the video on using config files. So here we take care of publishing the config file. And here with this merge config from, we are going to set some defaults. So let's take a look at the config file. And you can see here that even if the user doesn't publish the config file, these environment variables can still be used. Now maybe let's take a look at the command itself. And this is just a regular artisan command. There's nothing really special going on here. The tailing itself is done with a Symfony process, which gets a tail command. And that tail command, that is basically the tail utility, which is a common Unix tool that is installed on nearly all systems. So our package basically wraps this up so you don't have to know this command yourself and you don't have to hunt down the path of the log file. That's all being done for you in this package. There's maybe one last interesting tidbit, and that is how we test the package. So normally tailing can be a little bit difficult to test because it's a never-ending process. But we've added this debug flag here, and when this option is used, we are simply going to output the tail command, but we're not going to run tail itself. But with that output of the command, we can already do some assertions. So if we just run tail with the debug option, we expect the command to output the underlying tail command. This way of testing doesn't give you 100% coverage, but for me it already gives some confidence. And this is basically all there is to this package.